7 day left.
7 days to die, and I have a
Get
flash
Cole.
bomb.
Kiyo could have done the funniest thing.
Oh. Oh, well.
My God!
So, sorry, Sarge. That wasn't meant for you, Sarge.
Can we count that as PvP?
Oh, you see? Yes, this is fine. Right.
Hey, I
Hey, that's what I wanted to
Hey.
see. That's what I wanted to see right there. That's a 3. And it got me there. Let's go. You have 1 health, buddy. You thought this was for Nana 10. No, this was just for this goal of right. Now I could do no damage to this guy and kill him.
No, that does not count as a PvP. That does not count.
Wait. Hot. Anyway, sorry I had to. Let me just. Anyway, I will say right now, I am kind of somewhat low energy, because I recently, it was like a few minutes after I posted that I was gonna go live in about an hour, aka right now. I suddenly started getting a migraine. I believe it's gone away. I feel like it's gone away.
Me and her,
But,
we share some
yeah.
similarities, you know.
If stream ends up being short, just do note that it's probably
Let me,
because of the migraine.
Spit myself.
It might come back.
wait, no,
I have a
I-
feeling it might come back. So
know?
yeah.
You know.
Anyway. Yes. Oh yeah. Schedule.
I came back to life.
Also need a
and
prep
with
schedule for next week
I think
for
I just shot my
YouTube and all
throat
that fun. Oh yeah. Speaking of YouTube, actually,
screaming.
Can you make
I would like to get a shareable link
No, but
to
can you
the
get close?
YouTube video that we just uploaded. We,
welcome.
I
even
I
said it before you even
uploaded.
showed up.
This channel is not yours
amazing.
or ours. It's mine. My YouTube channel.
Greetings, miss. Is there anything I can help you with?
Where's Stell? Where is she? Where is she?
I'm joking.
Actually,
I'm joking.
I'll wait. Okay, I was about to say a lot of things, but then I realized I should probably wait because
Now you see
I
why
don't.
was
Because you guys are
scared.
dealing with ads probably, so I want to wait until you guys are done dealing with ads so I can talk about this. Because this is what I'm about to say is pretty important. This is going to be a lot of news about what's going on. So,
That's why it's so freaking
yeah.
ridiculous.
but for all the people who are here and existing, how are you all doing in this
Yeah, it is like one shot,
starting screen?
It is like sort of.
If you're on the VOD
just kill
squad
as
and you're
VOD.
watching as VOD squad, welcome. This is around the
doesn't
time
matter.
where I
That's
run a
how
3-minute
freaking
ad.
dumb this
So
gun is.
yeah, that's why I do that. For anyone wondering on the YouTube side, on the Twitch side, Twitch is weird with ads. I don't know how weird YouTube
I
streams
think
are with
all
ads,
three
but
versus Smash.
Twitch is, in my opinion, much weirder with ads.
Her design
So,
and animation.
You basically, if you run a 3-minute ad,
Surprisingly, that's a pass.
everyone no longer gets ads.
10 is not
For an hour.
is not great. It doesn't
Yes,
pass
for
good,
an
it
hour.
doesn't play
And the
well.
next hour, you would have to run another 3-minute ad, or
Hey,
else
hold up.
whenever someone shows up in the
Hey,
stream,
hold up.
they would get an ad.
Alright, you don't have to do
And,
this.
I want you all to be able to tune in, you know?
It's a triple.
Tune in immediately. And if we do have ads,
How dare you?
I'm calling
at least
it.
I know when it's coming.
Yeah,
That's why I have
die.
a ad thing, like an ad timer thing, that shows up.
I was only faking it, guys.
Not right now, of course, because this is just
I
starting
was just
screen.
being ooh,
And this doesn't
funny.
matter. But for the usual stuff,
Thanks for
it's
the 1 damage stuff.
there's gonna be a ad timer. That's why I have it. Anyway, for the Twitch people who are here live, hi, how are you doing today?
Okay, someone.
welcome, welcome. Like I
I
said
know there's gonna
before,
be
I know I
someone
said
who's gonna-
welcome like
who's
3
gonna-
times already.
He's gonna drop our,
But you
of-
know, I like to welcome you
of
all. I
event
want you
tribute,
all
like-
to feel comfortable around here. Because that's how I feel.
I know someone's
Also,
gonna do that.
I hate the fact that this
Someone's gonna
didn't want
do
to
that.
show the preview of the stream for me. So
H's are
there you
writers
go. Now I
write
can
their
see
fan
my
art.
stream preview. So I know if
I
there's something
appreciate it.
wrong
Now,
live.
level me up, Scotty.
Okay.
Oh,
I
two
think
levels.
we are pretty much ready.
69 oh my goodness.
Or I could wait a little bit longer.
Eh, nice.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
420.
Nice.
Oh my god, I gotta win that.
Nice.
Flip that.
Oh,
Flip that. And I just farted.
Heads, no, tails, yes. Okay.
That's not a sense is the most random.
Okay, yeah, I got heads. So no.
But anyway.
No, do it, do it. I agree.
Oh, no, no.
Hey, you have consent. You have consent.
I have consent, but
You know, I'm gonna
I
leave
don't
this clip
have
up.
to oblige.
And then we'll start.
Wait a minute.
Wait,
What you broke, say?
I'm sorry, what?
Bro, really good. I don't have to apply to consent. Flip that, everyone. It'll be you got 4.
To your consent. To your yes. So if you say yes, I don't have to
Bro,
say
really
I
said,
don't
I don't need consent no more.
I don't need to hear your consent.
No, that's not what I said. That is not what I said.
that's how it came across.
I also just
Okay,
You know,
okay.
like, last time,
I'll clip it myself.
about being
Anyway,
addicted to
although I
something.
do need to do it more often.
I mean, that's all
anyway.
the time, but
We don't need to talk about my addiction to HSR. No need for that. Anyway, because I do it all the time. But anyway, how are you all doing today? Welcome, welcome. Welcome one and all to the Kiyo stream. Now I can actually unmute Slice and Dice. That's perfect. Okay. Anyway, news. Okay, let's start with the stuff that doesn't matter. News number 1. That the one that doesn't matter for real because it doesn't really pertain to streams at all. But I got notified that Sunday evening with the boys, we're gonna be missing a guy. I mean, we were missing the guy last week, so now he's not gonna be here this week either. So I guess we're probably gonna be doing more Stellaris or something else. I don't know, but that doesn't matter because I'm not streaming it. You know, Sunday evening with the boys is not a stream thing. I just do it on my own time in the evening on Sunday because I like to hang out with IRL friends. But yeah, that is news number 1. News number 2, the one that actually matters a little bit more. Today we are going to do a Kiyo-Sekai. If you don't know what that is, there I can information. Kiyo-Sekai. Basically, it and tries to answer the question: what if? Okay, 2 questions. It's what if Kiyo was in this universe, or 2, what if Kiyo isekai'd someone else into this universe? So, yeah, we are mostly going to be answering the second question because as you can see in the title, it says VTubers, other VTubers. I turned VTuber friends into textmod heroes. I turned myself into one as well, but you know, it's mostly about them and not me. So yeah, yeah, this is more so about theory crafting what certain people are gonna be like in a specific game universe. So obviously in this case it's slice and dice because the game is slice and dice, right? But yeah, that's the news for today. Actually, no, not news for today. There's more news for today. YouTube video. For those of you who follow my... Okay, for those of you watching as VOD Squad, you probably don't care because you already saw it already. But I guess if you haven't seen it yet, and for all the Twitch people who haven't seen it yet, I do have a YouTube video that we uploaded today at 10 a.m. I scheduled it for 10 a.m. So yeah. Oh, I got it's just a notification that Kiyo-Sekai started. Yes, whatever. Because I know that. I am aware of my actions. But, video out. It is not Star Rail related, although it has Star Rail stuff in it. And I do talk about some Star Rail stuff in it. But it is mostly just a normal one. I just talk about, bottom. Simping and bottoming, because I don't. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I know this is me probably spoiling a little bit, but I don't. Just because you simp for someone doesn't mean you're a bottom. That's personal opinion. All right. If you think I'm wrong, you feel free to fight me in the comments in that video. Okay. Anyway, you can fight me right now if you want. But yeah. Number one. Okay. Now we're getting to that. That's the news for today. I guess also if we have time, or if I don't feel like I have a migraine, I may also try to do a few runs of Slice and Dice with the custom characters and see how it goes on there. But yeah, that's the news for today. Future news. Okay, this is gonna be a doozy. I'm gonna say it right now. This one's a doozy because there's a lot. Okay, number one. I am working on. I work on quite a bit of things actually, but number one, I did ask Discord if they have any suggestions for stream bingo, because I want to add stream bingo because I know like Nana10 and I think Steph has a stream bingo. I could be wrong. It could be Sarge instead of Steph. If they can correct me. But I am thinking of doing a stream bingo as well. I asked Discord, but well, you know, most of the people who are in the Discord are usually not about streaming. They're just more so here for me. But it is what it is, right? I mean, like, that's why you're here. Like, you're usually in Discord just to hang out with me, right? If it's stream related, I mean, yeah, you also talk to me on stream too. So if you can, if you do want to suggest stuff for streams and everything, or want to contribute to streams and stuff, Discord, go to my Discord. Best place to ask me for a request and stuff, and depending on how I feel, also yes or no. But yeah, don't be too outlandish with your suggestions. You're free to be selfish, but don't be outlandish, right? So don't be like, if I give you $1, you must play Honey Pop. I'm like, no. You gotta give me a whole lot more for Honey Pop. Even then, I think Honey Pop's one of the banned games to Twitch, actually. So no, I'm not even gonna do it regardless, right? Let me check. It should be banned. I believe it's banned. I could be wrong. Honey Pop, yeah, Honey Pop's banned. I'd be surprised if it wasn't. But yeah. Anyway, lewd aside, I am working. I actually last night I actually just decided to sit down and make a whole list of stuff I want to add for the stream bingo. Let me count how many I have. I know I have like a lot, but generally I believe there's like things are split in categories. So I have 4 categories. General category for like all streams, collab, HSR, and Dokapon. I'll add more, of course, but you know. For the general one, I have 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, that's 18, 25, 30, 5, 40, 45, 50, 55. I have 55 stream bingo things for general. So this is like if we're just streaming normally, not doing anything in particular, or I should say we're not doing like we're not doing anything that has like HSR or anything that like I don't know, whichever doesn't have an actual category, right? So it's 55 if there isn't anything. Collab, I have a collab category, which I don't have much of. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 for collab. So if it's for anyone specific, I'll probably try to add a few more for them as well. But for now, I'll just do like a generic one. Yeah, I recently added the collab one. It was like one of my last ones that I added. So it has 11. HSR doesn't have much because it doesn't feel like it should have much. Because for HSR it depends, right? If I'm pulling for someone, actually no, actually never mind. I specifically said HSR if I'm pulling for a limited banner. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. I have 12 for HSR, but specifically if I'm pulling for a banner on that day. If I'm not, then I don't use it because it mostly has stuff that involves pulling. And if I'm not pulling, then and if I add the HSR stuff, then a lot of it will just be kind of like nothing. It would be basically impossible because I don't pull if I don't want the character or if I'm not pulling. So it's like if I already have the character, I generally don't want to pull. Even if I don't have the Jades, then I'm just barely gonna be pulling anything, right? So yeah, 12 for HSR for pulling. I don't have HSR for not pulling. I just have a HSR. But specifically only if I pull. And then I have one for Dokapon, which has 4, 5, 6. Wait. 15, 23. There are 23 entries for Dokapon. So far. So yeah. If you are in the Discord and you are listening to this from the Discord, or if you're on YouTube and you're watching this via VOD, feel free to join the Discord. You can give me more suggestions for Stream Bingo. And I can try. I probably will. Maybe I could add Stream Bingo before I end stream. Nah, I'll do it after stream. I don't think I should subject you all to just me working on stuff, on stream stuff. But yeah, that's news number 1 of like what I'm wanting to work on. Number 2, I am also working on. Hopefully, this gets done because I actually commissioned someone. And this time they actually did answer and they are willing to do it. And I did say that this is a rush commission, so and they said okay. So hopefully it gets done and I can do the thing. This is for a birthday. This is for the birthday. For those of you who don't know, my birthday is next Friday. I am unable to stream next Friday because I know for sure that it's not going to be very stream friendly because my parents like to celebrate it. Other people like to celebrate it. And yeah. But also because I do have plans as well for Friday. So even then, yeah, not a very good stream day. But Saturday, okay, that's news number, I guess, 2 or 3. My birthday is on Friday, but I will be celebrating it. This is the third news on Saturday, and I will be streaming basically all day long. I'll be starting at 8 a.m. And ending at 11 p.m. And I'm saying this all in my time, which is in Eastern US. So, excuse me. But yeah, that basically means I'll be streaming for like 15 hours. plan for it will be first things first, of course. I am streaming in the morning, so that means we are very much open to do Dokapon with the homies, and they all said yes. They're all willing to do Saturday morning Dokapon, so we're doing that. So the usual, and then as for whatever happens afterwards, Afterwards, I'm probably gonna go eat, but after we eat, of course. Actually, what should I have put up while what should I put up while I eat? Because I don't want to do words on stream because I don't know if you guys enjoy putting words on stream. I know it's chat interaction, but I don't know if you guys want that or you guys prefer having gameplay shown on the screen, or do you guys want a VOD or something? I don't know, but we'll get there when we get there, right? Like, what do you got? Like, so I could ask Discord actually. Okay, yeah, I'm typing right now. You can probably hear me typing, actually. All right. I have posted a thing on Discord. Okay. But yeah. I take a break and then I don't know what, and then I will see what happens during the break. But after the break, depending on when or if people decide to join, because I did ask my model siblings, the homies, of course, if they are still available, and a few other people as well. People I know in Discord, in my Discord server. So I added all the people on Discord who I deemed as cool TM. So those are the people who I am okay with also joining in. I'll probably DM a few more people as well for birthday. But if for whatever reason 0 people are able to join, because sometimes life just doesn't want to hold your hand, and it generally doesn't, and it wants to screw you over in particular, which it has been doing lately. I will continue doing HSR stuff. So for next Wednesday, I'm gonna say right now, we will be doing HSR. We're doing 2.4 story, but I am very much aware that there is going to be more after the story, and there's going to be events and stuff. So on Saturday, if no one shows up, not as in like they're not in chat. I mean like as in no one's willing to show up to join me in doing whatever. Then in that case, I will simply continue HSR. I'll try to do any extra stuff, and if I run out of stuff to do, I will simply I'll try to like not do too much, because I do want to I am trying to do I try to get my content creator brain growing. So if I do too much, then I won't have content for later on, right? So I'll do like maybe like a companion quest or something, or maybe an event or two that looks like it's something that I do not want to stream normally, and then yeah. After that, if I get done with that, then I will go What was the plan? I think I said I would do Dokapon AI only commentary. No. After that, I will play Slay the Spire with the streamer mod, where you vote on what cards I get. So there's that. If all else fails, okay, my failsafe is Dokapon Kingdom AI only commentary, and I'll just treat it like a just chatting stream where I just talk with you all, while I also commentate if I feel like it as well. I mean, I'm generally gonna feel like commentating because that's what I like doing sometimes. But yeah. And if for some reason I don't feel like doing that either, for some weird reason, I will think of something. Good. I always will somehow think of something. I always pull something out of my brain. I don't know how, but it just does. I just do. But yeah. But yeah, that's Saturday, or sorry, next Saturday, because today is Saturday. And I said Friday is my birthday. And we mentioned Wednesday that we were going to do a HSR stream. However, I will also say that July 31st, which is on Wednesday, is also my affiliate. Not affiliate. Did I just say, wait. Wait, am I stupid? I think I said stupid. So I actually posted on Twitter where I said I'm not sure if I'm prepared for the mental roller coaster that is pretty much all of next week, because that's why I have a lot of news to say right now, because it's gonna be a mental roller coaster. In one of the events that I mentioned, I said July 31st, affiliate anniversary. Okay. Affiliate anniversary. I can't believe. No, this is 100% a Baka moment. What the hell? Okay. But regardless, this will be my debut anniversary. It'll be my third debut anniversary. For anyone who doesn't know, I debuted on July 31st of 2021, where I had a V1 model. This is, if for anyone wondering what this model is, this is technically the third model. So, I mean, if we're being super technical, this is a fourth model. And then on the debut, I had a second model. And then later I had a third model. And all the previous three models I made myself, because I'm a cheap freaking... I'm just a cheap skate. I think nowadays I am trying to spend more money. I want to invest more in VTubing, so that's what I want to try to do. So yeah. Yeah, so July 31st will be my debut anniversary next Wednesday. Not my affiliate anniversary. That's on August like 14th or 15th. So, well, actually, I can check. August 15th. It's on the 14th, but I know I can't celebrate it on the 14th, so it'll be on the 15th. So, yeah. I don't know if I can or cannot, but I just know that Wednesday tends to not be a day where I stream. So, Thursday in the 15th, hopefully I am able to stream, and if not, then screw me in particular, I guess. And we'll celebrate on Saturday. But, as for other news, because we are still talking about the mental roller coaster, Thursday, I'm gonna talk about something real quick. Thursday's August 1st, and there was a point where I said earlier in July and like late June that on the 8th of July, I was gonna have something very emotional happen, IRL. Turns out that wasn't supposed to happen on that day. It was supposed to be on the 8th, as in August, which, like I said, when I got the news that it was a misunderstanding. Who says the 8th? Who refers August as the 8th? You don't say the 8th month. You say 8th, the day. Frick is still triggering me to this day. Anyway, so August 1st, one of my close cousins who I used to live with for not a very long time, but who I lived with since I was a kid. So like when I was like 5-ish to when I was around like 10 or 11. Which actually no, it's not. Sorry, let me rephrase that. When I was a baby to when I was like a 10 or 11, basically. So, yeah. And I treat him like a brother, even if we're not biological brothers. So, the fact that he is coming back to live with us does mean a lot to me. So, yeah. Hopefully, I'm gonna highly hope. This is very big hopium because this date, August 1st, could spell either something really good or really bad for stream. I'm gonna say that right now. It could be something really good or really bad. Because I have not told him that I stream. And because he's gonna live with me. He's gonna know that that I stream, 100%. So, if he takes it super negatively, then I am going to have a really tough time with stream, and it may end up even canceling all of the plans I want to do on Friday and Saturday, and I don't want that happening. I really don't want that happening. If that happens, I'm gonna be so mad. Like, actually, I'm gonna be mad. But if he takes it positively, we may even have him be a part of streams, depending on how he feels, because he has been dealing with a lot of like mental stuff and financial stuff, and I do want to be there for him. So whenever I feel like he feels a lot better mentally, then I think I may consider allowing him to be on streams. I will say though that I will be revealing some stuff if I do that, which I'm probably gonna reveal it earlier, because of the fact that he's gonna know that I stream. So I'm probably gonna reveal this information early. This is Kiyo lore related stuff, by the way, so do look out for that. Probably on Friday, probably on Saturday. I don't know when, but it be revealed. All will be revealed in lunar flame. Okay, no, I had to make the Jinglier reference. Did I just say reference? Reference. Yes. Anyway, but yeah. Hopefully, I am able to still continue working on stream related stuff after he comes back home. Because I swear, man, I swear, if he wants to actively screw me over for streams, I'm going to we're gonna have huge beef. Like, I can understand if he opposes me streaming. But if he actively wants me to stop, I'm gonna. This is fighting words. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, as for the other days, well, Sunday I said Sunday evening with the boys, so there's that. Monday and Tuesday are going to be fairly normal. Tuesday we're gonna have a stream. I'm gonna continue the Firefly, Stellaris Firefly Empire that we started on Thursday. So yes, that. I might not stream it. I might stream it. I don't know. I'm just saying tentative plans right now. I don't know if it's actually gonna be real or not, but. Monday is probably going to be the only, I guess, normal day for me. Tuesday is a stream. Wednesday is affiliate anniversary. Thursday is my close cousin comes home, and he finally like lives with us again. Friday is my actual birthday, and Saturday is the longest frick birthday stream. So yeah, next week is gonna be a freaking roller coaster. I hope I'm prepared, and I hope you guys will hope that everything will go well, because right now I'm gonna need it super badly. All right, how long have I been streaming? 36 minutes. Holy frick! I yapped for so long. Like I said, huge news, right? A lot of news. So yeah. As for, I guess, if you want to say like some distant news, I did mention affiliate anniversary. Like I said, that's in the round of 14th or 15th. I don't know what I'm gonna do then, but hopefully we'll do something very nice. Maybe I'll get a few people, maybe model cibbies, maybe some people who I feel have made a huge impact on my streams, or for my growth or whatever. So maybe I'll try to invite a few people who I know, who I'm like friends with and stuff. Maybe they'll join, maybe not. Who knows? We'll get there when we get there, I suppose, because it's still a while. It's still about like 2.5 weeks, so I have time to think about it. But I do have to think about YouTube content and all that stuff, so maybe it might end up being closer than I think. Anyway, but yeah, we've yapped on for long enough, I think. Like I did say I wanted this to be somewhat of a short stream, or I don't want it to be, but I feel like it might end up being a short stream due to my potential migraine. So let's get this over with. For my health's sake, let's get this over with. All right, this is going to be fairly short. I'm going to say it right now. Maybe I'll make it longer by theory crafting, but I'm gonna say right now, this may end up being a very short Kiyo-Sekai. I'm just saying it right now. Okay, so this is Slice and Dice. What is Slice and Dice? Slice and Dice is a dungeon. Well, it's not really a dungeon crawler. It's a roguelike game where it's a dungeon theme, where you go into various levels. You go level by level, and you defeat monsters. And to do that, you rolled some dice. Literally, as the name says, slice and dice. That's the name of the game. You slice with dice. So yeah, you do that, and then when you roll, you get a result, and that result is that hero's ability, or what they're gonna do for that turn. And you do that every turn, and you have rerolls. So if you roll something bad or you roll a blank, you can re-roll again, get something better, you know. Or you could just roll 3 blanks in a row and be sad. That can happen too. But yeah, that's Slice and Dice in a nutshell. And now I'm going to show you guys that I made a few people. I turned a few people into Slice and Dice heroes, and we'll start off with one of my first VTuber friends that I've met in my VTuber journey, Kiyosen. All right, for anyone who wants to know, this is what you see. The picture is this actually one of Kiyosen's emotes, which I am sub to her, so I can actually show you what the emote is. Smug. Wait. Is it not an emote anymore? Could I just not see it? Wait. Wait a minute. Is it not an emote anymore? Or am I just unable to see it? No, it's just not. It's not a Twitch emote anymore. Oh, okay. It's not a Twitch emote anymore, but it is one of her Discord emotes. So it is the smug emote. So that's what I'm using for the picture. I actually ask all the VTubers who I have a question. So all the people who I'm showing us, except for myself, of course, and like 2 other people. I asked them, hey, give me a number from 1 to 3. Kyon said 2. So we are showing off Kyon as a level 2 hero. Because I feel like she's more so gonna be like a damage kind of character. I felt like it'd be best if I let her be a orange unit. So she is a orange unit, which means she's like kind of like a rogue kind of play style. So let's go over her kit, shall we? She has 7 health. She's an orange. Tier 2. That's like literally what you see on the surface. And then we got some attacks here. At first glance, it's gonna be a little weird because you see these pips over here. These in the bottom right of each result is the number of pips. This thing, the red slash means 0. So you might be thinking, she's a damage character, but Kiyo, she's a damage character. Why is her pips 0? Well, oh, oops! I accidentally pressed censor screen, but that's okay. You guys aren't censored. You're right. You guys are fine though, because I have a freebie when I accidentally click that. Fortunately, but oh, you see, Echo. So she is able to copy the pips of the previous dice that was used this turn. So if the last dice that was used was, let's say, a 5, heal 5. So what that means is that this damage thing will become 5 damage instead of 0. That's why I said it's 0, because it doesn't matter what the number is, because it's gonna copy the pips. So if it's 2, okay, actually it does kind of matter because cantrip, but. Actually, no, it still doesn't matter. Well, no, actually, it does matter. If there are no cantrips, and is the first thing to use, then it matters. Because if you can only use this, then 0 damage, and that's it. But it also has the word future in it, which I'm gonna be honest, I added future to Kyon's kit because she's actually a cyberpunk VTuber. So cyberpunk kind of like a futuristic kind of deal, and we like that, so we give her future. Echo could, depending on things, could be really good or really bad. Future could be really good or really bad, because what future does is the effect is delayed until the start of the next turn, which means that whenever she attacks with this dice or with this result, she starts attacking on the start of next turn. This can circumvent, I will say right now, this can circumvent thorns or any kind of like damage retaliation. So against Hexia, it's good. Against Thorn is good. Against Imp, against Spiker, it's pretty good. So I just noting that those are some things that she can be good against with this result, of course. So yeah. Echo future 0 damage, which can turn into a lot of damage depending on your team comp. That's one result. And it's actually, we have 2 copies of these, by the way. So the top and bottom is her damage future Echo. So There you go. We'll go over this one last because I feel like this one, yeah, these two will go for last. This one, 1 mana cantrip future. This might be a little weird, and I'm going to say right now, yes, it does feel a little weird. Why does an orange have mana cantrip? Well, you see here. This is to explain one of her other results, which is this one, 0 damage charged. So what this is that when you use this, or it deals more damage the more mana the whole team has gathered. So mana in this game is shared throughout everyone, and when you have a magician based character with the like magic, you're just able to use it as the player. So yeah, cantrip active. So cantrip is basically really nice. When you roll the dice and you get this, it gets used. You use it. It doesn't mean like you can't use it again. You can use it again, but it gets used when you get the result. And then afterwards, like, you can lock your dice and then you can use it again. Future is a little bit kind of finicky because of the fact that the effect gets delayed, but that's okay. Yeah, cantrip future mana. So this can potentially supercharge Kyoan's little charge thing. Although, I'm gonna be real right now, she's probably a whole lot better with a team with a good blue character, or maybe even a red character that gives mana. So do note that if you end up having a Kyoan. I know, but Kiyo, this is a custom text mod hero. Does it matter? Well, it does to me. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, this will prep for the next turn because future is delayed until the start of the next turn. So if you have gathered a lot of mana in the current turn, it's not gonna overflow until the end of next turn if she starts getting these, because of the fact that you get the mana in the start of the next turn. So, and at the end of each turn, if you're over your mana cap, which is usually 3, you lose all of the extra mana. So if you have like 5 mana, you end your turn with 5 mana, you will go back to 3. Just as an example. So yeah, make sure to worry about your mana usage in this game, because it's gonna be rough if you end up wasting mana, because mana is pretty important in this game if you have the right team, of course. And because last for not least, I guess okay, there's blank. There's one blank, but okay. But yeah. 1 damage fluctuate copycat mannequin. This one is gonna be a doozy. Fluctuate. It changes to a random side each turn. So, it will turn into one of these basically. It'll become charged. It'll become future echo. It could become a cantrip future. One of those. So do keep in mind with this. So it may turn into a generic damage one, but it will still have the word copycat and mana gain. So when you use this, you're still gonna get mana. So perfectly fine. So yeah, this could be a really good side depending on your team, because copycat really depends on your team. And yeah, if you get cantrips, very good, because it allows you to use this when you flip the side to the side. And yeah, overall, this one I feel like I make you on very team reliant, but I mean, I love Kyoan and their community, so you know, I feel like it kind of makes sense. And I love the theming of trying to do echo and future. Because and charged. So I love the theming with this one, personally. And I am gonna also I'm also gonna copy and paste. I'm also gonna be DMing all the people who I have done this for. So let me go to each of these people, and I'm gonna. Okay. There you go. Got the image right there for her whenever I feel ready to send it. And yeah. Kiyon, I feel like it's very team oriented. If you are an expert in slice and dice, do feel free to tell me like what your thoughts are on each of these people. As like a tier X hero. So if, for example, Kiyon is tier 2. So tell me what your thoughts on Kiyon as a tier 2 hero. Because I do want to try to balance this. So do tell me if it's good or bad. I feel like Kiyon really depends on the team. Because 0 damage future echo could be really bad if your whole team doesn't have good pips. If your team doesn't have a whole lot of cantrip, which that probably doesn't matter too much. If your team doesn't have a lot of keywords, if your team doesn't give mana, then Kiyon's gonna be pretty rough. But yeah, otherwise, let's continue. Next person. All right, sorry, just so you can see. We have one of my homies. So actually, let me just shout out people. I'm not doing that. What's wrong with me? Do follow these people. These people are very cool. I do enjoy them very much. Kyo is one of my friends, so absolutely do check her out. And now that we're at Sarge, let's also shout out Sarge. I'm gonna wait till the cooldown because I know there's a cooldown for this. Should be ready now. There you go. Sarge is one of the homies. So absolutely do feel free to check him out. And if you do see him go live and when you follow him, do feel free to like just tune in, you know, tune in or at least lurk so that you can, you know, help my boy out. You know, he needs affiliate. Anyway, Sarge, he is a tier 2 unit as well. I asked him the same question. He said 2, so tier 2. He is a yellow unit. I personally feel like Sarge's vibes is more so he's gonna be a yellow unit, so I gave him yellow. He doesn't have, actually surprisingly did not give him a shield, which I probably should have given him a shield side, but I think it's okay. I feel like he does pretty good damage, and I'll explain why. Because I know some of you thinking, I see the maximum pips of here is a 2. And there's like 1, 1, 1, right? So let's explain. He has 8 health, of course, because he's a tier 2 yellow. For those who don't know what the yellows are, is they're basically the warrior kind of units. So they're gonna kind of try to do unga bunga damage. Generally they're melee, but for the sake of things, we are made Sarge have some ranged capabilities, with some potentially high damage output as well. And some support. So let's explain. Obviously 2 damage ranged does. He is a Sarge. He has a gun, surely, right? So you know, 2 sides with the ranged to show that he could shoot things. Very simple. Don't need to go anything deep about that. This one also I don't need to go anything too deep either. This is a low damage side, which is probably not a side you want to have, but if you end up rolling this side, it is helpful for any other ally that also has a damage side. So for example, your orange is very likely gonna benefit from this. Your gray, depending on the gray, could benefit. Red, if you have like vampire or a unit that has a that has a damage side. Basically, if you have a lot of damage, a lot of units with a decent chance to get a damage side, this can be a decent side. But I'd say this is one of Sarge's bad sides, and that's okay. I would say right now, it's okay to have a bad side. Because, I mean, blank. But, you know, it's okay to have a bad side. That isn't extremely useful off the bat, right? So, yeah. 1 damage lead is pretty bad for Sarge's personal damage, but it does help everyone else. You know, he's a sergeant, after all. That's what Sarge means, right? So, that's why we have that. And these two are the sides that I'm going to focus on right now, because this is the sides that have the most potential, depending on how you do things. 1 damage, Inspired Focus. This is a 1 damage pip, or 1 pip, which may seem like it's bad, but it has Inspired and Focus, which are 2 things that give you ×2. So ×2, 1 × 2 is 2, and ×2 is 4. So this has a maximum damage output of 4 without any help, or without any outside help. So how to get this? You have to do 2 things. 1, you have to attack the target of the previous dice. So if someone targets enemy B, for example, you would have to make Sarge target enemy B as well. So that means you would get the ×2 from that. And then Inspired gives him a ×2 if the previous dice was higher than Sarge's, than this result, which means actually I would like to do something real quick. Refresh this thing, 'cause I know I'm getting okay, there you go. Now I can see everything. But if the previous dice pips are higher than 1, basically, because this is a 1 pip. Technically, this is a 1 pip. Focus depends on who you target, so it doesn't matter if it's a 2, or it does matter, but as long as the result of the previous dice was was a 2 or higher, Sarge gets ×2, which should be very easy, right? This should be pretty easy to do here. Unless you need to attack someone else, you should have at least 2 damage with this. So yeah. But yeah, that's very simple. I made Sarge's kit pretty simple. I initially wanted to add. There is a keyword which I don't. It's like one of the unused keywords. Tactical. Counts twice. I said tice for some reason. Twice for tactics costs. Tactics is basically these things. Let me go to, let's say, this guy. Yeah, this is a tactic. And I don't know if this is a tactic. Let me check. This might be a tactic. I don't know. Basically, anything that is like a yellow, like one of these like yellow things. It has like a letter or whatever. So yeah, L leaf. I believe that's a tactic. We have formation, not for unite. Well, I think Bard has else. Yeah, else. That's a tactic. Leader, I think, has a tactic. No, he doesn't. That's interesting. I think someone else has a tactic, other than Captain. No. Really? No tactics? Okay, I guess no tactics. Also, do tell me if if audio's okay. Because I don't want to. I know I see my audio is fine at the moment, but do feel free if I sound weird or anything, or like crispy or whatever, because I don't want to sound terrible to you all. But yeah, I did consider it, but I didn't really give Sarge a tactic, so I don't think it really means anything if I just give him a tactic or tactical. for like all of his sides. So I didn't do it. So yeah, I made Sarge pretty simple. But I mean, a simple kit could do really a whole lot depending on items and all that fun jazz. Because sometimes the most basic of sides can be giga buffed, right? Because I know there are a whole lot of freaking whatchamacallit. Actually, no, Sarge's actually isn't like default Dan because this is ranged, right? But depending on things, Sarge could get a lot, could do a whole lot here, right? Next up, have Major Freedom. This is also another friend of mine. I'll be shouting him out as well because we like Major in this household as well. I have made Major a gray unit. He is also a tier 2. I asked him the number from 1 to 3 question. He also said freaking 2. I think you guys can see a pattern here with the 2s. But yeah, Major Freedom is a gray unit. He has 9 health. He is a gray. He doesn't have any tactics whatsoever so far. So yeah. As for anything else I want to say, other than like, of course, we're going over his stuff, but don't have much else to say. I do see that ads are coming, so I'm gonna do a quick snooze because I want to continue talking about this. Major actually has all 6 sides. He doesn't have a blank, and I will explain. There are 2 sides that are probably going to be very interesting. These 2. Revive the topmost defeated ally, Manigain. So he revives one ally, he gets 1 mana. Why does he have this side? Because, for anyone who doesn't know, gray units are considered your tanks. They are your shielders for the most part. And as you can see here, you see 1, 2, 3 shield sides. Which, yes, those are shield sides. However, these 2, to the top and bottom, 2 damage self-shield. This does not shield your team. This shields himself. So, yeah. So it doesn't really help his allies, right? However, we do have one side that's potentially giga ridiculous. Which is this one. Shield 0 to all allies defy. And yes, it is a 0 side. However, if Major Freedom himself is taking or is about to take a lot of damage, or he is getting targeted a lot, this side will be huge. It will give him a lot of shield that he can give to everyone else. And it'll be huge. So, yeah. Do keep a note that this is the only support shielding that he has. However, he does have his own damage. He has good damage for a tier 2. I mean, I guess technically they would do 2 damage as a tier 2, but generally they don't have self shield, right? And there's 1 damage that also has like dual, so 2 damage dual. I probably should have done. Wait, I actually have a question. I want to check something real quick. I need to run Notepad++ real quick. I want to check. Oh no. Okay, no, we're good. Wait, what? Wait, where did I put it? I guess. Wait, let me go back to. Okay, apparently I closed one of the things I was looking for. Okay. Kiyo-Sekai, and you got to Kiyo-Sekai. Okay. And I need to go find a link real quick. I want to check something because I could potentially change this side to be something else. Or make it look like something else. Sorry. Nope, it's not there. Unfortunate. Okay. What I was looking for was if there was a number for damage duel for the text mod, because I know there is like an icon that looks like a gun, and I kind of could have just given Major Freedom a gun because he can use guns as well. So yeah, very unfortunate that I don't see it, but it is what it is. 2 damage duel. It's a lot of damage for a gray. This is a lot of damage. 2 damage duel. Basically, if we look at Sarge's, we'll look back at Sarge. He has a potential to do 4 damage here, right? Major Freedom has a potential to do 2 damage minimum with this. But if someone is targeted, if the enemy, or if his target is also targeting Major himself, he does 4 damage. And for a gray who is supposed to be a shielder, that's a lot of damage. So with Major Freedom, I tried to make him a damage unit that can revive, that has some support capabilities, but not like a whole lot, right? Like one that has potential, like huge potential, and then 2 that's like there in case you can't do it, right? So yeah, that was my theming for Major Freedom, and I guess the reviving, I guess, is like a Deus Ex Machina thing because he is supposed to be kind of like a superhero, so that is why I gave him that, and I think this fits him quite well in my personal opinion. I think dueling is very much kind of a superhero thing because you probably like seeing like the hero going against like the villain, right? Like they're doing a mano a mano versus them, right? Also, I want to get a screenshot real quick before ads show up, because I'm gonna stop talking. Oh wait, no, that's Major Freedom. Where's Sarge? Sarge is all the way up there. Okay, and then I also need to do Major as well. Okay. Surprised the ads aren't showing up yet. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the knuckles to be like, oh no, so I can start pausing. Really? There you go. Okay, I'm hearing it now. Again, this is I hear it from my own end. You guys don't hear it, but ads are here now, so we are just going to wait. We're gonna chill. That's what we like doing, and yeah. Very cool. Excuse me. Very cool. Unfortunate that there are ads, but it is what it is. Because there are ads, what I like to do is I like to just talk to you all and just do whatever. Also, I should definitely start getting the there you go. I'm not really covering anything, so this should be fine. Have this, and then we're good. There you go. I like showing off my stuff, you know. But how are y'all doing? For all of you people who have circumvented the ads, or are simply just here, how are y'all doing? I'm also just looking at Discord stuff for as well, just so I know what's going on, and just so I can catch up with everything. You know, yeah, I like doing things while I wait on stuff, right? Because I hate ads, and I don't want y'all to miss stuff while I do things. I know for VOD Squad you aren't missing anything, and you guys are super exempt from the ads because you have priority, because you don't have to deal with ads. But there are people live who have to deal with the ads, so unfortunately I have to just wait. Right. So don't worry. Like I said, I just like talking with you all. Talking about whatever is going on. Maybe I'll just do some small talk. Speaking of small talk, I don't like small talk. Yes, let's make small talk. Ew, I hate small talk. I don't know, I'm not a fan of it. How's the weather out there? I have eyes. I can look out the window. You know? Of course, we're not gonna be like that. Unless, of course, we're like best friends. We're not best friends, but we're like friends. And I could just say that. And then I'll just say, what's up? What's going on? Because if you're doing small talk, there's probably something going on in that mind of yours. Personal opinion. Right? But yeah. Alright, I'm hearing the thing, but I do want to wait a little bit. Okay. Now that we're done with Major Freedoms. Again, these are tier 2 kits. And I'm gonna be honest, tier 2 kits are hard to make because I have to be in the line. I have to make them better than a tier 1, but I can't make them as good as a tier 3. That's the main issue with trying to balance a tier 2. Because if you make them as good as a tier 3, then you might as well make them a tier 3. And if they're so bad, if you make them like so bad, then they're just gonna end up becoming a tier 1. Which is why I freaking hate tier 2s. I hate doing tier 2s, or I guess it's more challenging, I should say. I don't hate doing it. It's just challenging. Yeah. These 3, I believe, like I said before, they don't have anything like any like passes or anything. I know this one in Q1 has like the skull thing, but as the first person in the list, I do have to add the thing where I said remove everyone else remove all the starting heroes and then add Q1, just so that I can I don't have to start with like the generic 5 guys, right? But yeah, those 3 they didn't have any passives. However, if I'm remembering correctly, and I did the order incorrectly, this should be Taka. Yes, it's Taka. Okay, thankfully. Okay, for anyone wondering, this is one of the Sarge's images. This is one of Major Freedom's images. This is one of Taka's images. This is Taka, Amawa Takahashi. Let me shout him out. I wish I could hang out with Taka. Which, I mean, I feel like I'm more likely to be able to, because he was like in the... Similar to Nanaten, he was basically on the other side of the planet for me. But now he moved to the UK, so now he's in the EU time, so I am more likely to be able to hang out with Taka. But I do wanna hang out with Taka. But we'll see what happens, right? Let's shout out Taka, shall we? If you like ukulele, you like FPSs, you like rhythm games, Taka is definitely the guy for you. If you will also like EU friendly times, Taka also might be the guy for you. I believe he did say he wanted to try to keep his like old schedule from when he was in the other side of the world in Asia, but I believe everything should still be okay. I don't know. Depends on what's going on. I don't know all of Taka's stuff that's happening with Taka lately, so if you know, do feel free to tell me, because I know there are quite a few people who do know Taka, who do follow Taka, Taka stuff, so yeah. Anyway, I said that the previous 3 did not have a passive. Taka has a passive. It does not show here because, unfortunately, I guess text mod limitations do not allow you to see passives. But I will say that Taka does have a passive, which allows everyone, all heroes, including Taka, to have self-heal. So, yeah. Taka does have self-heal capabilities, and that's great. For Taka's kit, I'm gonna say right now, I try to make him a offensive character. Actually, I can. Let me go back to the notepad, so because I basically said like what I wanted to do with each character. So let's go back from the top. Kyon, I noted I wanted to make Kyon's playstyle future and charged with as the main gimmick. Also, I believe I could be wrong. You can correct me. Also, like I guess VOD Squad, if you can correct me, that would be great as well. The image that you see here, I specifically said this. The emote which is the smug emote, the Kyon smug, is I believe made by Lani, which I will be shouting her out because she also does stream. Lani, she does graphic design stuff. She does art. She also sometimes plays some games every now and then as well. Do feel check her out. She is great. She's awesome. Honestly, I love her vibes as well. But yeah, Sarge's I put lead, traditional, inspired, analyze. Those I just put 4 words. So lead, we have a lead right here. You have tradition. I said traditional. So I said, okay, he has to have something that's like not extremely like out of the water, like super gimmicky, out of the water stuff. So we have 2 damage range. That's the traditional stuff that I added for Sarge. Inspired, because you know, inspired. You know, Sergeant as a sergeant, he does inspire, and I guess he himself does get inspired by the team as well. So you know, inspired. We also have focus because you know, I think 2 damage is pretty bad. As a tier 2 yellow, you want to do 2 damage. I mean 3 damage. Because let's go to the yellows. So fighter basically has average of 1.5-ish damage. He has 2 bad sides. Ignoring the sides that don't do damage. He does 1.5. He does also 1.5. He has some 3 damage with exert, so that means he can't do anything the next turn. Lazy, he does have 3 damage, but it's very inconsistent. Ruffian has 5 damage, but it kills him basically, unless he gets shielded. Hoarder is 2 damage consistent, but it has a caveat. So 2 damage, but he dies. 2 damage, but he takes damage. 2 damage, but you can only use this once. 2 damage, but you can't do anything the next turn. 2 damage, but you have to target the target has to have the most health. 2 damage, but if you kill with this, you die. Right? And then with everyone else, Berserker takes damage, you know, does a lot of damage, but takes damage himself. Death Wish and Wind Cleave. They're 4 damage potential with Engage. 4 potential damage with Death Wish. Everything else is like basically 2 damage. 3 damage technically with Cleave. This one's booty. I don't know why this is here. I guess this is technically 5 damage, but I mean, why you don't want to do this. It helps if someone rolls a blank, you can replace it. Replace the blanks with this, but it's still bad. 2 damage growth, so it can become more damage later. Self shield. 2 damage, 2 damage, 3 damage with heavy. 2 damage, 3 damage. This is the generic one, so it's 2.5 damage. Sinew has 4 damage exert, and this is potential 2 damage cleave. Scrapper has potential damage with steel and bloodlust. Whirl is freaking Whirl. We don't talk about Whirl. But yeah, Sarge is you require a lot of tactical stuff. You have to analyze what you gotta do. But if you can, which should be pretty easy to do, you can do a lot of damage. 4 damage to be precise. With Major, I said offensive gray with revive. So 2 revive, offensive gray, and then they have 1 actual good shield side. And then yeah. And then with Taka, I said offensive red with no mana or spell. So for anyone who doesn't know, red and blue characters tend to have spells. So yeah. Also, I said that in exchange, all heroes will self-heal while Taka is alive. So if Taka dies, everyone loses a self-heal. So do note that if Taka has to stay alive if you want your team to sustain, or if you have a good gray that can also sustain. But yeah, let's talk about Taka's kit. Because he is a rhythm gamer and an FPS guy, I gave him range damage, and 2 of his things have in little like music stuff, related stuff. So this is like a flute, and this is a note, right? So there's shield 2 to all allies, which seems weird on a red, but again, do note that Taka is a non-traditional red, so I think shield is okay. And then we have resonate cantrip. I like the word resonate, so I added it, but I don't think it's gonna be that great because resonate copies the effect of the previous dice this turn. So it's gonna turn into something else. If someone else does something, then this shield 1 to all allies that does cantrip will turn into something else. You also retain the pips. Oh, it retains the pips and the resonate. Oh, so it doesn't have cantrip, or it may still keep cantrip. I don't know, but basically it'll. Oh no. Yeah, it keeps cantrip, but it could potentially turn into like a damage side if someone has a damage cantrip, for example, or like copycat, right? So this can turn into a lot of different things depending on what your team has. The FPS stuff like damage ranged underdog. I did want to, like I said, I did want to give Taka some damage, so I did underdog, which is pretty good versus bosses because they tend to have more HP, or at least they start out with more HP, I should say. So this can be 2 damage range. So this can also like, if that boss or like mini boss, I should say, have some on hit stuff, range does help a lot with dealing or circumventing it. So that's nice. Yeah, don't expect a lot of damage because remember Taka is still a red unit, so he's not gonna do a ton of damage, but he does have the potential to do damage. And then we have a 2 damage stealth shield. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Offensive red, but not like Taka is like gonna carry you and do. I mean, he can absolutely potentially carry you just by doing a lot of damage himself. But do note that he will not be a traditional red. He is not gonna have mana gain sides. He's not gonna have a spell that you can use. So he's not very compatible with blues because he doesn't really give mana. So if you have a good blue, or you have a blue that doesn't care too much about mana, then he might be better, or Taka might be better with them. But with a blue that requires a lot of mana, Taka's not a very good unit for that. So yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna copy and pasta for DMing him later. Yeah, that's number 4. And I believe the next people... Okay, yeah. So the following people are people that I did not ask for the... because... 1, they're like huge streamer. Probably will just ignore me. And 2, because, you know... They're huge, right? Streamer, you're huge. Okay. But yeah, I will say for all the people who I asked to give a number from 1 to 3, everyone said 2. I'm just putting that out there. Everyone who I asked picked 2. Is freaking somewhat triggering because, like I said before, tier 2 heroes are the hardest one to do because you can't make them too powerful or they end up becoming like as good as a tier 3, and if you make them too weak they're gonna end up feeling like a tier 1. So you have to have this weird balance and it freaking sucks to try to balance it out, but yeah. Taka also has a self heal. Oh yeah, actually I should note that. Also has the passive to allow all other units in the team to self heal. Okay. Oh wait, okay, there you go. Just having a note there for myself. But yeah, anyway, Isaac is here. Larry says Mina Aoyama. So, Mina Aoyama. Basically, I guess at this point, my Oshi. Because for whatever reason, I always try to tune into a Mina stream. Anyway, Minar. I'm putting her as a tier 3 because why not? I have not tier 3 Mina, don't worry. Or I am not a tier 3 sub 2 Mina. I am subscribed to Mina though, because honestly, she's definitely not the reason why I played HSR. That's more so Q1 and seeing that there's a lot of memes in Star Rail, but Mina is one of the people who I saw content for, and that was like HSR related, and probably kind of pushed me to want to do Star Rail content, which, yes, now I am. Now I'm doing Star Rail content for more than a year now. Or I should say I stream Star Rail for more than a year now. But yeah. I've only recently started doing Star Rail content, like on YouTube. But okay, anyway. Sidetrack aside. Mina, tier 3 unit, she is a red. I actually forgot to give her a spell. I actually forgot to give her a spell. But you know what? It's probably okay. Or I could give her a passive that gives her an extra reroll. I might do that. Actually, no. Now that I think about it, I'm looking at her kit right now, and no. No. Anyway, gain 2 rerolls cantrip metagame. He just has this side. This is her only way of gaining mana. I'm gonna say it right now. However, I will note this gives 2 rerolls. So, why is that so good? So whenever Mina gets this side, whenever you roll and this side pops up, you get 2 extra rerolls. You start with 2. Okay, you roll and then you have 2 more rerolls, right? So technically you have 3 rolls. If Mina gets this side, you get 2 more rolls, which can help a lot with cantrip. So yeah, this could get potentially huge, especially with the fact that I have given mana. She does give mana, but I have given Mina a lot of sides I give cantrip, which is basically all the sides except for 1, with a caveat. So let's talk about this one first. Heal 1 all allies. Inflict self-shield cantrip. Now let me explain why this is potentially bad, potentially really good. If Mina doesn't roll this side at all, she does not sustain your team. If she does roll it, she can allow herself and her allies to self shield, which is very nice. So how self shield works is that whenever someone does something, whatever pip, the number of pips they had for that result, they gain a shield equal to the pips. So if someone does an attack for 4 damage, they get 4 shield if they have self shield, right? So that's very nice. Inflicting self shield if someone has like a really big thing. Heal itself is not that great because it doesn't really, because at the start, at turn 1, you don't really get anything off of this. Because you're at full health. You're generally at full health unless that hero has died in the previous fight, which in that case it does help. But again, even then, this is a heal 1. Yes, this is a cantrip though, so that's why it's a cantrip, and it inflicts self shield because it barely does anything otherwise. But yeah. Those are the two the heal sides. And then we have this side. This is gonna be very interesting. Stun an enemy cantrip. That sounds huge. However, 2 downsides. 1, cooldown. So you can this can only be used once per turn. So let's say Mina rolls this side, this top side right here. It gets used automatically because it's a cantrip. And because it gets used, it cannot be used again. So if Mina re-rolls and she gets the top side again, it will not be used again. So this is a really good effect, but it can only be used once. But if we're being technical, twice, because she has 2 of these sides. But, however, the other downside is that it's a cantrip. And for those of you who don't know what cantrip is, well, I did explain cantrip already, but cantrip targets a random enemy. It does not target, you do not choose the target. So Mina could end up stunning an enemy that isn't really doing anything. She could also, if she rolls both the top and the bottom side, they could both end up targeting the same enemy, which ends up making the second cantrip one useless because it didn't really target anyone that wasn't really doing anything. Because it was stunned, it can't do anything anyway, right? You can't double stun. Stun does not stack. So, yeah. That's the downside of stun cantrip. For anyone wondering, also, this icon is normally a single use, but I did add eye patch. So there's an icon here that's like a gray slash here to denote that there's an eye patch. So I removed the single use so that she can actually do stuff. Like, this is a good sustain. This is definitely good for sustaining in case someone is doing something really bad. For example, I guess if you're fighting a single enemy, this is not a huge issue, right? Because you can only target one enemy, and that enemy will be able to do nothing, basically. So you're good. So cantrips aside, since we were talking about cantrips, let's talk about this side. The really interesting side. 2 damage, lead, single use, inflict, exert. That's a doozy to say. Anyway, what does this mean? Lead. So other hero sides that also do damage, that like directly do damage, will get +2. That is huge. 2 damage. Especially if another hero has a damage side that has like multi-hit. So like quad use being the big one, and even double use as well. But yeah, if they have double use and quad use, this is gonna absolutely give a lot of damage. So for quad use, that's basically 8 damage. For double use, that's 4, right? So that's a big damage jump right there. 2, very huge. Yes, it's only for damage sides, so it's not very good for like a a mage who wants to specifically gain mana, right? And can only gain mana and not have mana gain from a damage side, right? So not good for those guys. Not synergistic with those people, but still. Even then, it also inflicts exert, which I have mentioned before. After someone uses a side that has exert, it replaces all of their sides with a blank for the next turn. So that means that enemy will not be able to act on the next turn. That is huge. I will say though, if that enemy is stunned, then they won't use anything. So avoid targeting enemies that are not doing anything with this, because otherwise you're literally wasting this, right? Because it only inflicts exert for a turn. But yeah, it is single use as well, so you have to use this very wisely. If you use it poorly, you will absolutely feel the pain. Anyway, that's pretty much it for Mina, actually. There's a lot of cantrips. For anyone wondering what I put for the notes for Mina, oh, I put gotcha, follow-up, attack, lead, stall. I also had the word evil in there because for those of you who don't know, actually let me shout out Mina. Shout out Mina Aoyama. Mina is a villainess, technically. So that's why I thought about adding the evil keyword, because that is a keyword. If this saves a hero, she dies. So it's very bad. I want to say right now, it is very bad because, I mean, it's only negative, right? Evil is a negative, but because she's a villainess, I thought maybe we could do it, but I don't know. I don't think I want to. Oh wait, that's me. Spoiler alert! Oh, spoiler alerts again. But I didn't feel right to add it to anything in particular, because exert or the inflict exert could potentially kill, or could potentially save a hero. The heal could potentially save a hero. This doesn't, so I could add evil for. Actually, no, I tried, but it didn't work because it just doesn't really do anything, right? So I couldn't really add evil to any of the sides, so I was like, okay, whatever. You don't need evil. But that is Mina. She does not have a spell either, unlike Taka. She also does not have any passives, unlike Taka. I mean, like Taka, she doesn't have a spell, but unlike Taka, she doesn't have a passive. So basically, she is pretty overtuned as a unit. Like, just her sides in general are pretty overtuned, just because of the fact that she doesn't really have any like other utility. So do note that. Okay, anyway, next up, I already spoiled it, but Fauna. Yes, I can't really shout out Fauna because she's on YouTube. But if you don't know Fauna, she's from Hololive. And yeah, I am actually using one of Fauna's emotes. This is like her like evil laugh or like evil grin emote. So do note that. I am yoinking off of the. Also with Mina, this is one of her emotes as well. Actually, I think I have this. Yeah, it's this emote. Except I flipped it horizontally because I didn't want it. I didn't want her to. I didn't want the emote to look in the left. I want it to look to the right. So I know if we're ever talking like looking to the right, I know. Actually, no. I Sarge's looking that way. Actually, no. They're all looking to the right. Okay, no, never mind. Well, yeah. I don't know if I changed Fauna, but you know. Anyway, Fauna. I actually made her a tier 1 because I did not want to not have a tier 1. So, I actually made hers pretty simple actually, because Fauna is technically the embodiment of nature, because that's what she is lore-wise. I basically just gave her growth. I know that's like a very cop-out-ish answer, but I gave her growth. And you might be thinking, why do these sides have eye patch? Because it has a slash, and this has growth, right? That's because I didn't want to give Fauna growth. I wanted to give Fauna growth. And yes, it's two different things. Okay? Growth gives all of Fauna's sides +1 for the whole fight. So Fauna is a stacking kind of character. I'm gonna say it right now. She is a stacking character. She's a tier 1, so of course stacking doesn't really benefit much on turn 1. You would want to do other things. You want to actually do a lot of damage on turn 1. Like you could potentially like wipe in turn 1. Or not wipe as in like you game over, but to kill all the enemies in turn 1. So Fauna might not be as useful early on, because she doesn't do too much. Because I believe you're able to put, like I said, turn one sweep the enemy. So if you can turn 1 sweep, she's not as useful. However, if you are playing a team comp that has a lot of like that involves a lot of stalling, Fauna could be really huge. Because you always want to use Fauna's sides. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's a heal all allies growth. Even if you heal for nothing, you're still getting +1 to all your sides. And of course, mana is always good to use. And even if there is someone with thorns, surely you have someone who can help Fauna out with that, right? So, at worst, you can't use a damage side. But yeah, she has the damage side, 2 damage sides, 2 mana sides, and 2 heal all sides. Again, very, very generic, but I mean, growth has the potential to be really good. Alongside the fact that if you keep her as a tier 1, you have the potential to get really good item synergies as well. Because I believe there is a thing that allows you to get extra pips to the lowest pip side. I don't know if it's a +2 or a +1. I assume +2, because if it was +1, then it would just be weird. But unless it's a tier, I forget what tier item that is, but plus you get more pips to the lowest side, and all of these are 1, so they all share the same number. So yeah, that she should go really well with that item in particular. I actually mentioned item synergies for the rest of them, did I? But oh well, it is what it is. Kiyo is more so team oriented. Although if you can give her extra damage, then very good. Sarge, same thing. If you can give Sarge extra damage or extra ways to do extra damage, very good. Same with Major. And I guess if you want to, you could give him Worn Arms, which replaces the top and bottom with a 2 damage and then a 2 shield, in case you really need a Major to have more consistent shielding. You could do that as well. Taka now actually benefits a lot from damage sides, or not now, but he benefits from anything that gives damage. So if there's anything that like your oranges or your yellows don't need, but it can still work on Taka because he has damage sides, you can basically just give Taka the thing instead. I will also say that I know there is an item specifically for reds. I don't know what it looks like, but I do know that it gives reds extra damage. I just don't know what it looks like. Not this. I can just look it up. Yeah, because I can't really look it up on here, on the actual slice and dice. It doesn't tell me. Okay, scalpel. Okay, scalpel. It's not this. Scalpel. Okay, yeah. Red heroes only. Plus 1 pip to all damage sides. So Taka can now, like, really benefits from that, of course. We also have this, which, I mean, if your other people aren't using this, Taka can technically use this, as it does allow him to have 2 damage with no caveat. I was freaking clicking inside the square. That's why I got thrown off. Mina benefits. I don't know what she benefits from actually. If she can get higher pips for the middle side, then yeah, we're good. And then if she can remove the cooldown and the cantrip, like if she can remove cantrip cooldown and then add cantrip to top and bottom, that's also very good. So that means she can cantrip and then she can continue rolling cantrip and stunning. So if she can remove the cooldown in her thing, I think Mina will be a very good unit. Or I mean she would be like pretty busted. And then Fauna, if you keep her for a long time, you can absolutely decimate if you can give her a lot of stuff that gives her extra side or extra pips, I should say. Or better yet, if you give her cantrip, if you give Fauna a cantrip, she will absolutely dominate. Like you give her a cantrip, like wait, you give her cantrip. I assume that where's it? I believe it's called early grave. It should be a tier 5 or tier 6. This one. Add pain and cantrip to all sides with 3 or more pips. Oh wait, no, 3 or more pips. Okay, I need to look up things then. Cantrip. Let's see. Whirlwind is okay, but that's a tier 11 item. Time Stone is tier 9, which only helps with Fauna's mana sides. Catnip is a tier 6, but only helps 1 mana side. Add Cantrip at Death. The 2 right set, no. Add single use and cantrip to all mana sides, no. No? Okay. I guess it's just yeah, there's nothing else really. Unless you can remove the death keyword. I believe. No, I don't think you can. But if you can add cantrip, then Fauna will be very good. Anyway, last but not least is moi. I spoiled you all, and I accidentally showed this one. But me. Hi, hello. How are y'all doing today? I am about to tell you about what I am like in Slice and Dice as a tier 3 unit. Alright. Let us go over what I have. I'm going to say right now, I overtuned myself. I'm just going to put it out there. I have a spell. It's called Suppress. It costs 7 mana. However, I know it's like 3 damage. That's so bad for 7. But Hypnotize and Dispel is so good. Hypnotize sets the target's damage size to 0. Dispel removes all traits from the target So traits, I guess, is like the passives, right? So there are certain enemies like inevitable, that have traits that can very much screw with people. So using suppress, if you have a huge amount of mana, if your blues are cracked, this is gonna be a huge spell. Like you could use this and it'll be ridiculous. Like it can help deal with any kind of BS that you have to deal with. So for example, like if you're fighting in like Nightmare, you can do something about that, right? Because they're like you can have like ×2 inevitable, for example, or ×5. I don't know if that's even a thing, but yeah, those kind of things. But yeah, it is very expensive, of course, because it is very good. And yes, I am a gray, so I am technically supposed to be a tank. However, like I said, I am trying to overtune myself because, you know, I'm pretty cool, guys. But anyway, let's talk about this, shall we? The rest of the kit. I don't have any passives. I'm gonna say right now, no passive. Let's talk about some elephants in the room. Cantrip dodge. For those of you who don't know, I'm a dodge. I consider myself more of a dodge tank than an actual tank. Actually, I'm both. I'm both, but I can absolutely dodge tank. So I like speed. Speed is one of my favorite stats, just period. I like dexterity. So dodging is something that I really like, so that's why I have it. Dodge cantrip, it goes very nice. It's only one side, so if I roll the side, I can dodge everything, and if not, then oh well. Obviously, this is going to be pretty cracked, especially if this. Redirect all damage and enemy effects from ally to me. Self-shield, rescue, self-cleanse, defy. Excuse me. If I am dodging and someone's about to die, I can rescue. I can use it on them, and then I can use this again. And then I can redirect some more people. It goes very hard if you roll dodge into this, because then I can save so many people. However, that's only if the stars align. Also have defy. So in case I don't roll the dodge side, if I myself am taking a lot of damage and I get a redirect, I can give myself a lot of shield. And if I save someone else, I can potentially do more. I can do more of these, and if I'm taking more damage from saving that ally, I get more defy. So huge, huge, huge. I do also have a reroll cantrip, just because you know, gotta reroll. You know, you can get lucky sometimes. You know. And then I'm not gonna say the elephant in the room, so let's talk about this one. Yes, I did use the inspired damage icon. So 2 damage, inspired era. This one is gonna be pretty weird. Yes, I can. This means I can scale pretty good. I only have 1 damage side. That is the downside. I have 1 damage side, and that's it. So if I don't roll this damage side, I'm not doing damage. I am a tank, and that is my role. But if I roll this side, and we waited a long time, it was like a lot of turns that passed, this can stack into a lot of damage. However, if another unit in the team also has era and also can like get a lot of pips at a better pace than me, then I can do a ton of damage in the long run. But you don't want to stall. You generally don't want to stall. So this is not going to do a lot of damage. it's generally gonna do 4 damage, as generally if we're at the tier 3, allies are generally gonna do like 3 pips. Generally. I mean, there are definitely quite a bit who have like 2 pips, or maybe even 1 if they have like a strange caveat like steel, for example. But yeah. Actually, no, I don't think. No, I think not Berserker. Brawler has a 3. Yeah, it's a 3. Never mind. But still, even then, like, this is a 2 damage rampage. It's 2 damage bloodlust, right? 2 damage steel. 1 damage charge. 1 damage mana gain, right? 1 damage era, right? There are some that are still like lower, but you know, if we have units that can stack a lot, then this damage can can scale quite a bit. If we can stall and do damage, right? But if we're doing a lot of damage, then we don't need to stall. It's like that. It's like that weird medium. Like, this could be really good, but also it's not that amazing, right? So yeah. Now for the elephant in the room. Prevent death. But what is this? Duplicate. I'd say this is probably my worst side, because it doesn't do anything. Or I should say it does do something, but because I could technically make myself the last person to act, and it'll be basically just a one. It'd just be not duplicate, right? But target ally cannot die this turn. If I am the first person to use the thing, then I can basically cheese the thing where I use the cannot die, and then everyone else has this, and now we can basically this allows the whole team to stall. Basically. So that's great. Because this also doesn't have any pips. So it can't be screwed by whatchamacallit. What is it called? What is it called again? You can't be screwed by death or pain, right? Because if suddenly all size becomes death, if it does, then I'm still pretty screwed, because this, right? Because I have these 2. Because if I roll any of these 2, I die. But if I get this side and like all my sides are death, and everyone has inflict death, and I roll this first time, I can basically prevent everyone from dying. That is the main little little upside of that. But otherwise, this side is generally pretty useless. Unless I specifically need to save a lot of people, and I didn't roll these. So, yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, I don't have anything else. I feel like I overtuned myself, but I think I'm okay with it, because I am the streamer, I have the power. But yeah. And that's it. That's everyone. I know, again, this is pretty short. Normally Kiyo-Sekais are about like 3 hours, because I like to yap. But I will say that unfortunately, I feel like that migraine is starting to come back. So I think I'm gonna end stream just for the sake of health reasons. So let me see if I can find someone to raid. I want to support the people. Right, let's see what's going on here. Who is a good target to raid? Who's doing like something like chill, I guess, because this is a chill game, and we're just theory crafting, right? So let's see. Ooh, we have some Stardew Valley. Yeah. Oh, and then you're due. I don't know what this is. It seems like a chill game, but I don't know what this is. I think for the sake of consistency, because I know what Stardew Valley is, I'm gonna raid the person doing Stardew Valley. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me. I know again, Kiyo-Sekai is generally probably just me yapping a stream, but you know, I very much enjoy doing these kinds of streams because it tells you more about Kiyo lore. I know it's like, oh, but this is just gameplay. It doesn't tell me anything. Well, you get to learn more. Like, I'm trying to give subtle hints. That's what I want to do with Kiyo-Sekai, like every month, is that I give you all subtle hints on what kind of powers I have or what kind of person I am. So a redirect is kind of like self-sacrifice. Dodge is like dodge tank. Reroll cantrip is like giving people extra chances. Cannot die is prevent death. And then this one is like growth, right? And then suppress is just the ulti. That's the main reason why I have this. This is basically my ult. I prevent people from doing anything. Like big CC. But yeah. Thank you all so much for joining me. And we will now proceed to do the raid. Let me actually a little bit of this so that I can okay. I wanted to do some, I just want to copy pasta some stuff. Okay. Anyway. Cause their name is sometimes hard to spell. There's a lot of X's and stuff. Alright. Here's the raid messages for all of you who are here, who are able to do the thing. I have raid 2FA, raid sub, raid regular raid. If you have the raid, if you have 2FA, you are able to use the Sir Shield emote. If you are subbed, you can use the Kiyo thing, the Kiyo raid. And if you don't have, if you're not subbed and you don't have any of those, you can use the shield emoji. However, you are free to technically do whatever raid message you want. Just don't be weird. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. Actually, I need some water. Okay. Okay. Think we're good. I think we're good. Okay. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. Let me actually do the raid this time. We're gonna be raiding Cherry because she is doing some Stardew, and I feel like the vibes are about right, you know? So yeah. Thank you all so much for joining me. And as always, make sure about yourselves and take care of yourselves. Like I said before, next week is going to be a doozy for me. I hope you all are able to join streams next week, because Tuesday is a stream, Wednesday is a stream, Thursday, Friday is going to be freaking emotional, Saturday is also going to be emotional. It's going to be a lot of emotions. And I hope you all can be there with me. This is not, okay, I'm going to say right now, good emotions, not bad emotions. Unless, for whatever reason, my close cousin decides to super screw me over with streams. Which in that case, bad emotions. But it should be a good emotion. Alright? We should have good vibes, and everything should be fine. Alright, I got the copy pasta done. So that's good. But yeah. Next week, I'll try to get the YouTube I give the schedule to YouTube as well, because I am trying to also post schedules there too. And yeah, Thank you all so much for joining me. And as always, make sure about yourselves and take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful life, everyone. And I'll see you in the next stream. Peace.